did it. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I restarted my phone. I don't know what the heck was going on there. Either A, it's the service and it's going to start doing it again, or B, my phone, for whatever reason, was just not happy. So, we'll see what happens. I also unplugged my phone from the charger and see if that makes any difference. Probably won't, but you never know. Phones can be weird. Excuse me. Well, thank you. Alright. There should be a green light now, which means I should be getting a green light in a second or two because only one car is turning left. This one's coming straight. Like that guy is turning, so I can go. Stay in this lane so they can merge happily ever after. Jeep's all camouflage, that's pretty neat. Technically, that light is illegal. White light that you can have shining towards the back is a reverse light. Because it can screw with people's vision. Franklin Boulevard. Precinct, where are they? 4? No, that's not 4. I can't remember what precinct that is. But off to the right is Baltimore County, Baltimore County's Franklin precinct. I forget what precinct number it is off the top of my head. I only know 6 and 7 really. Because my parents, those were the ones that my parents worked for, or worked at. In fact, depending on how long you stay in the stream, if you want me to, I can actually drive by precinct 6. Just because. Right there near where I need to turn off anyway, so. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see what time it is. Because, the store I want to go to closes at 7, so I want to get there as soon as I can. Work van doesn't have their lights on. They have their daytime running lights on, which they probably think is their headlights, and it's not. Those are not headlights. There's one fault that a lot of new cars have that I do not like. That their DRLs are bright, super bright, and people can't tell the difference between their actual headlights and those. And like the way that the gauge clusters light up now, that a lot of gauge clusters aren't always lit, so people think that the lights are on, and then they're not, and then they get rear-ended. Get pulled over and all that other good stuff. I'm also surprised about that a lot of cars don't have automatic. I mean, shoot, this car has the Aztec, which is 20 years old. I can't believe this car is 20 years old. This car is 20 years old and it has auto headlights. My dad's 97 Grand Am had auto headlights. The only car I have out of these two that don't have auto headlights is the Crown Vic, and that kind of makes sense for the line of work that car did. Because, you know, yes, I don't know what was going on. I'm assuming my phone was glitching out. I restarted it and it seems to be working better now. Tennessee, how are these guys slowing down? Means I need to make some room. And the other thing is that it's not necessarily just the slow merging, but as you can see, that third lane joins the highway. So you don't have to change lanes as soon as you get on this highway. You can stay in that lane, and you got like, I think it's like 3 miles. It's like 2 or 3 miles before you have to really change lanes. If you want to go left at this split that's coming up. So if you're going right, you don't even need to change lanes. You can just stay in that lane until the split. So eventually you will have to change lanes to use that lane ends. But that's not until after you get on 695. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. Mr. Tesla in a hurry. That's doing 5 under in the leftmost lane. this is always a fun exchange because, yeah, people that are trying to take this exit and people merging on, and yeah, it's always fun here. I've been hearing that too. I think a big part of it is that, if I recall correctly, Tennessee is one of the few states that doesn't have an actual income tax. If I remember correctly. For me, the way I always describe it is that I really wouldn't mind tax. Like, granted, it depends. Like, even I have a limit period, but it's like as long as I get decent services for what I'm paying, if I have high-ish taxes, I really wouldn't complain too much. But it's like for places like Baltimore City who have outrageously high taxes and the service you get from the government, it's like no. But I digress. I'm not gonna go down that soapbox. Oh, railroad. Hopefully it's not glitching out again. So I'd kick out. Actually, I think that cutout made sense. Video-wise, for whatever reason, video-wise, I do seem to cut out there on a regular basis. So that was the same area that I lost signal when I was on Green Spring Valley. Because I'm on the interstate and I go through it quicker, I probably didn't lose signal for that one. So right here's the exit that I used to get off all the time when I was driving down to UB every day. I would either get off back there at 83 and take 83, or I would take Falls Road. Most of the time I would take Falls Road because I hate taking the JFS, because it's a horrible highway. And it's not necessarily a horrible highway because of design, it's just a horrible highway because of the traffic. And so most of the time I would take Falls Road just because it was easier than taking that. Falls Road actually ends just to the north of UB. So on Maryland Avenue, it ends right there at Maryland Avenue, directly on the other side of the bridge. So you make the right, drive over the bridge, and you're right in the middle of campus. Alright then. I don't know what cut out. I'm gonna assume that YouTube's having problems today. Because I do not think this is, or it's my phone. I think it's YouTube itself. Because I don't really have issues with my phone like that, and it's just cutting out like that. It's almost 6 o'clock. I have plenty of time. I'll go to the right. Yay, another guy that actually does it correctly. The Prius ahead, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Prius ahead of me gets a gold star. Yep. Oh, interesting. That Prius isn't even making the left here. From Delaware. So something interesting that I learned about Delaware is that the license plates that they get for their cars, they like actually get to keep them there. Here in Maryland, technically, you're supposed to give up your license plate when you get new ones. You're not allowed to keep them, which I never understood this. So riddle me this. Like, here's the logic that the state of Maryland has. So if I were to get new license plates for the Aztec, I would have to turn in the ones I have now. However, if I so happen to keep them and then I put historic tags on this car, which, you know, if I kept the tag, or, you know, if I got, let's say I got historic tags for this car, I would technically have to turn in the tags I have now. However, if I were to keep them, which would be illegal, I could actually keep them on the car because I have historic tags, and you're allowed to keep tags from that era on your car. How does that make any sense? I'm not allowed to keep them, but if I happen to keep them, then I could keep them on the car. Like, what? What? Like, I don't understand that logic. Exactly. Like that thing, like that just whole thing just hurts my brain when I try to like understand it. It's like it's illegal to keep my tags if I go in and get new ones for the car, but if I so happen to keep them, which would be against the law and not good, I could put them back on my car if I have historic tags, because you're allowed to put like a license plate from that era on your car, and as long as you keep the actual registration with you. Lights. Hey, they actually got it. So yeah, so that's one of those little if you ever want to like just something that melts your brain. That's one of the things that melts my brain whenever I think about it, because it just really does hurt my brain. Like, you're not allowed to keep them, but if you do, you can put them on your car. What? What? Personally, I just don't understand why I can't just keep them anyway. If I were to keep them, you know, the NBA just would make note of that, and they can't reissue that number. Like, should be just that simple. But whatever. Afraid to worry about, so I don't worry about it. Yes. Maybe not exotic cars, but definitely sports cars. I've definitely come across why does it keep doing that? That phone is not a happy camper today. Either that or there's just too many people posting to YouTube or something. I don't know. Uh-oh, I see the polices. They just left Mission Barbecue. I could totally go for some Mission Barbecue right now, but my mom's making dinner. Hit the bump. My leg. My leg. Alright, this time I'm not my turn. My turn is right here. Oh no, it's the police again. Granted, the precinct's like 2 blocks away, but yeah. Actually been inside that precinct a couple times growing up. If I were to turn right here, it's like 3 blocks down. If I counted right in my head. And that is precinct 6. It's pulled up behind me pretty quick. Hopefully I don't get the red blues. I don't know what I would have done, but hopefully I don't get them. There's always ways to call, but it's not an emergency call. Ooh, maybe if I'm lucky, some jerk will cut me off and he'll pull him over. We are entering the Towson Circle. Worst circle in the freaking state. Oh my god. It's not, I don't know, people are just dumb, they can't figure it out. Mission. It's a mission from Gavin. You can just tell the way that they're driving like that. He's on a call or something. He may not be running code, but you can tell. At least I can tell. The way he's driving, it's obvious that he's on like some sort of, he's on a mission. as we speak. That's Baltimore County's police headquarters off to the left there. It's the Cube. Mama MD worked in there for a little bit. $71.65, so that's a cat car, if I remember right. Unless if they've changed how they number cars here. So that's like their, if I remember right, CAT is short for Community Action Team. So that's like, if there's a area that has a lot of like break-ins and stuff, or like a high crime area, that team would go in and saturate the area essentially. Assuming they still have the cars numbered the same way. My parents haven't worked for Baltimore County for, oh my god, it's gonna be 10 years this year. So things can change. Anyway, I just pulled into the parking lot where the store I'm going to is. So once I pull into a parking space there, I will end the stream. So, and I'll probably start another one up for the trip home, as long as my phone isn't goofing off as it is. Hey Phil, sorry. Don't worry, and like, I really shouldn't be that long. If anything, I should only be like 15-20 minutes, because I know what I want. I'm just running in and out. So unless if they have like a ridiculous line, which I doubt, because there's only one car in the parking lot. I should be in and out. Alright, I will be back. I will be back in a couple minutes. Bye.